Hey, Sonny here. So we're going to continue our lesson on the rain song. Now we are finished up verse 1 and we are into verse 2. And one thing you need to know is that verse 2 is exactly the same as verse 1, except this one part right here. And I'm going to show you. It's almost at the very end, and this one is different than verse 1. Everything else is exactly the same as verse 1. Okay, in verse 2, that's different than verse 1. If you recall in verse 1, at the very end, that's one lick we do. It sounds like this. So that's verse 1. But verse 2, the part where you play the C major chord, that part right there, you do it 2 more times, uh, with slight variation to it. Okay, so let me play it for you one time so you can see how it goes. All right. Do it again. One more time. And the rest is exactly as in verse 1. And into verse 3. Okay? So let's talk about the part right here. So you're playing the C major chord. Instead of going to the 4th fret on the A string like we did with verse 1, you strum it again. Down, down, up. And back to the same lick again, the C major. And after that you play this D chord. So what I'm playing is I play the D5, G5, and B5 with my index finger, and my pinky's on the 7th fret on the high E string. So and then you play that lick again. And the rest is exactly the same as verse 1. Okay, so let me play a part slowly again. Down, down, up, and then you go to C major again, same lick. Moves up to D. So you go 2, 4, and then you. And the last note where you kind of start on a new measure again. So, and you play that same lick again. And then go play this. And the chord I'm playing here, what am I playing? It's like a D chord. So I got the 6, D6, G7, B6 with my middle finger, pinky on a high E7. So 3, 4, 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay? And play slowly again one more time. 3. And that's exactly the same as verse 1 and verse 2, that part right there. Okay, once you start playing verse 3, it plays exactly like verse 1. Okay, the difference is that in the verse where we play that part right there, in verse 1 we played that 3 times, but in verse 3 we play it one more time. So basically we played that 4 times. So you play this part. 2. 3. Now verse 1 it stops right here, but verse 3 you gotta play one more time. And the rest is exactly the same as verse 1. Until you get to that part where that part is different too than verse 1 and verse 2. Okay, the pattern with verse 3, when you play that lick with the C major lick, we don't play that at all in verse 3. We play something completely different, but it's the same chord. Here's what we play here. So let me show you. That part is exactly the same as verse 1. So the only part that's different is this little lick right here. So I'm going to play for you again one more time. So as soon as you play this part, you got to play that lick right away. What I'm playing is I play this part right. You play the chord first. There's open A string, open D string, 4th fret of D, 4th fret of G and B with my index finger, and 5th fret with my ring finger on the high E string. As soon as you play that chord, don't wait at all. You got to play this part right here. So basically you play B4, E5, and then B4 again and G4, and B4, D open. Okay, so far with this. The next part you play the 4th fret on the E string, hammer on, pull off on 5th fret. And then 4th fret of B and 4th fret of G, and the open G string, 4th fret of G, and the open E string. So far with this. I'm sorry. And you play that chord. So what I'm playing is I play the index finger, D2, G2, and B2 together, and then E4, B2, E4, B2, and 4th fret on the A string. It's just like verse 1, and then E minor chord. Actually, after verse 3 we go to the bridge, and I'll show you that after I finish this part right here. So again, I play that Play a lick for you slowly again. Start from the this part right here. Can play a lick for you again slowly. One more time at normal speed. And then it goes to the bridge, it goes like this. You do that 4 times. Okay, so let me show you to play that part right there. Goes like this first. Alright, stop right there for now. What I'm playing is I play the open A string, 2nd fret of D, and open G string. Okay. So go down, 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 up, down, and you play 2nd fret of D, A and D together, and then you play A4 and D2 together. So down, down, and then you play this F chord at G position, or G chord, however you want to call it. It's like a bar chord, so it's E3, A5, and D5. So we gotta get the rhythm down. I'm slow down for you, and instead of talking through it, maybe just watching my hand, and I'll play slowly for you, so, and listen to it how it plays. One more time. And you kind of go mute the string. So what I'm playing is I play the open D, G, B string together 3 times. Actually, down, 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 up, down. And you play 4th fret of A string, 2nd fret of A string, and you back to that G chord. The open A string, 2nd fret of D, and open G string. So far with this. As soon as you play that, you play this. So what I'm playing is I play 3/4 on the A string, and then 2nd fret of G. Actually, I'm sorry, open G string, and then 3/4 again on A, and 2nd fret of D. You do that one more time. Repeat the whole thing. One more time, and you play the 2nd fret on the D string twice, and you start over again. So a little faster sounds like this. So you do that 4 times on that bridge. So actually, the last time when you play that, you don't play that lick. The 4th time you go like this. So what I'm doing is and back to that verse 1 riff again. So down, up, down, up, and go right into it. So you do that 4 times, just like we this is extended from verse 1. Verse 1, you do it 3 times on that verse. Verse 2, you do the same thing 3 times, and verse 3 and verse 4, you do it 4 times with that part. So that part you do it 4 times. On the 4th times, that part right there exactly as verse 1. Even the lick is exactly as verse 1. So that finishes up verse 4 right there, and it goes into the outro. Okay, so let's review what we've done so far. So you learned verse 1. Verse 2 is exactly as verse 1 with the extended part of that C major lick. So that part is you do 2 more times. Verse 3 is go back to exactly as verse 1, except that you play the verse, that part right there, 4 times instead of 3 times. And also that lick right there is a little different. It plays like this, right? So that part is different. So that's verse 3. Verse 4, you do the 4 times, and everything else is exactly the same as verse 1. And then now we are into the outro section. So and the outro goes like this. let's go over that. This is a little long now. The outro goes. We'll play the. So you start from this chord right here. You play the open A string and 7th fret of D, G, and B together with your pinky on 9th fret on the high E string. So it goes down, so down, 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 up, down, and you lift up your pinky. You play 7 of D, G, and B. That part right there, I'm playing D5, G5, and B7, and you lift up your ring finger and put your pinky on high E7 this time. Okay, so far with this. All right. And the last part, we'll just play 7 of high E, high B, and G. So far with this. Oh, sorry. So that part right there, I'll play arpeggiate. So it's E5, B4, G4, back to B4. Do it one more time, and then you play the chord. You play D, G4, B4, and E5 together, and you lift up your ring finger. You play G4, B4, and E4 together, and then open G, open B, and 2nd fret of E. And then there's a D2, G2, B2 with the pinky on E4. So far with this. I'm play one more time slowly. I'll play a little different than what I show you. So I'm playing exactly what I show you. That would help, right? The next part goes down on the 2nd fret of D string, and you brush down that one chord again, and then quickly you play that. You basically go from that one chord and to D4, G4, B4, and E5. Kind of walk up, so you play D7, I'm sorry, D5, G5, B5, and E7, and then D7, G7, B7, E8. We want to play it one time. As soon as you play that one time, you go to this chord right here. Is D8, G8, B8, and E10. All right. And then you go down, 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 up, down, right on the 10th fret of E and slide up to 12th fret. Okay, so far we have this. I'm playing slowly for you. more time. And then after that, you play this part here. What I'm playing is I play open A, D7, G6, B5, and then use your pinky and play G7, B5, G6, B5. So you play it twice, slowly again. Next part I use by picking hand and my ring finger. I play open D string and a 7th fret of a high E string, and then pull off from high E to 5th fret and 4th fret on the high E string. And use my ring finger and play the 7th fret on the G string, pick it, and use my ring finger on the right hand, pluck up on the 5th fret on the high E string. So far with this. And the next part, actually I'm sorry, how does it go? Oh, actually yes. So you go, you play, you use your pick, you play open D string, and use your ring finger on the right hand, you play the 2nd fret of high E string, and pull off. That's it. After you pull out, you play the 2nd fret of open B, open G, and 2nd fret of B. So far with this. Next part. So what I'm playing is I play a 5-3-2 on the high E string, open B string, and then 2-3-2 on the high E string, open B string again. So far we have this. That one lick right there goes like this. And then you play. 5th fret of A, open G, 5th fret of B, and high E string, open. And use that same position, you slide down half step, you do the 4th fret, and slide down again the 2nd fret, twice, and you play this A chord. Alright, so far, that part right there goes like this slowly. The song. Alright, let me play for you for the outro, the whole thing slowly, all the way through.